Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome.
This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing is Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Watson, off play action. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Second down and 8. Now it's Watson. And this one too low.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Out is Lutz now for the New Orleans field goal attempt. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
On third down, Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a gain of 6.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter, the score is Saints 3, Seahawks 0.
On first down. Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you're playing Little League baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
There. But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And down to the 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. Uses the spin. Stops short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Faking the give. Now Watson. It's brought in by Harris. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Makes the score Saints 10, Seahawks nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Asker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now it's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They go play action with Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They run it with Carson. And he stopped immediately there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon making off for the Seahawks.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now a first down throw. Watson flush to his right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Harris. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Kelce, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They go back to Carson here on second. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, it's Carson, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Short throw to Disley. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On first down, Carson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll run it again with Petty. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Near 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 33. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Wilson will throw again. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Seahawksans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to lose yardage here as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Claypool with another catch. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Watson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chase Claypool with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. What's good on the extra point? And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Rolling to his right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
22.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you started the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Watson's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, it's Watson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth-quarter lead. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards to pick up there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown! It's complete. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Flushed out right. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the big play to extend their 4th-quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Throwing now, Watson. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a potential